Alright, so this morning I've decided we're going to go ahead and build the front end of this tractor. So I've just cleaned up the radiator base. It also has a steering box in it, and I'm going to attach it to those 4 bolt flanges that you see just below on either side of the fan pulley there, or the pulley. I've got this piece cleaned up as best I can. I'm not going to worry about the inside of it too much. It's a little grimy, but I'll wipe that out later. But the idea here is to mount that heavy piece first, and then put this piece on it, down below it, and then that'll include the steering gear and some seals and different things. So we're going to start building that up. Hopefully then we'll be able to put the front axle on, and then we'll deal with the radiator last on this part of the process. My goal here is to get this tractor up on wheels so I can move it around and finish the core degreasing and that sort of thing. So that's where we're headed today. I'll be right back. Also, I just did want to mention that I'm following the page here in the parts catalog just to make sure I get all the parts in the right order. And you can see the front end process here. There's a couple of gaskets and seals and different things, and I'll have to see when the steering wheel has to go in, because if it has to go in first, then I'll have to put the pedestal in as well, but I don't think it does. So I think I can put all this stuff together and put the steering gear and the steering the rod and everything in later. All right. All right, so I'm going to lift this piece into place, and there's 2 3-inch bolts that have nuts on the end, and they're on the top. And then there's 2 bolts that go in from this side and bolt right into this radiator base. So I'm going to start by putting one of these in with the lock washer will go on the bolt on the nut side. Yep, that is a heavy beast. All right, lock washer on the back. Nut. Okay, we'll put the other top one in as well. All right, I'll put these shorter bolts on the bottom, and again they thread in from the other direction. So it's got to get it lined up just right in order to get those to go in. There's one. A little harder to line up than All right, so I'll run those bolts up, and then we'll come back and talk about the next part of the process. All right, so we now have the front radiator base attached. 4 bolts, as I mentioned before, fits in there perfectly. It's pretty heavy, and I'm sort of thinking that probably the right way to do this is to put it all together, put the that other big piece on the bottom there, the front axle assembly, and then the axle and everything, and then hoist it on with the lift. But I'm doing it the other way just because I want to, and so I've got to be able to hold that piece up under here and put in 5 bolts. Well, there's a couple of things to assemble there first, so we're going to go look at that, and then we'll get that part ready to mount on here. All right, so this next piece is called the front axle assembly. Right now it's upside down, and all the good stuff happens right down in here, because on the back side of this is the steering gear, and that's going to be put in here first, and then we're going to turn it over and then assemble it to the radiator base. I just pulled a seal out of the inside here. This is it right here, and you can see that it was in pretty bad shape. I had to, of course, tear it up to get it out, but it was leaking and it was a mess. Took me a few minutes to figure out that that was a seal in there. On the other side of this inside here is a bushing, and I'm not replacing the bushing. When I put the steering gear shaft in there, I don't get any play, so I'm gonna just go ahead and keep it the way it is and not mess with it. I'm not going to try to get that bushing out of there and then put a new one in. So the next step for me is from the other side to put this through this hole and through that bushing. I'm going to put some lube on it first, and then I'm going to stick it up in there. So let's do that right now. Just a little assembler's lube here. That is sticky stuff. And I'm just going to put it around where this is going to go through the bushing. And then we'll put the... Actually, I probably ought to put the seal in first. Why don't we do that? And then we'll poke this through the seal. So I've got a new seal. It's a little different. It's a lot flimsier than the other one, so I'm going to have to be real careful. So I'm going to get a little bit of that lube here. Just lube up the rubber part of it so that it goes in nicely. I've already tested it over the top of this, and it seems like it fits just like you'd expect it to. The only question I had was, which direction does it go? Does it go this way, or does it go this way? Now, the one I pulled out goes this way, so I'm going to put this one in this way. And you got to tap the thing in without tearing it up. This is the worst part of restoring beyond degreasing, is dealing with seals. And I started with the rear end of this tractor and did a lot of work on the final drives. And I think I got some seals in backwards because they are leaking already. I'm kind of embarrassed about that. Let me go find something to tap this in with. I'm probably going to get a socket about that size. So let me find something. I'll be right back. Well, I lubed up the sides of that seal. Actually took a little emery cloth and smoothed out, took some of the paint off of it. It really didn't want to go in this hole. And then I found a 1 1/8 socket, a deep socket. I think will work perfectly. We have to drive this thing in about, maybe 3/16 of an inch or so, maybe a little further. Looks like it's going okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it right there, and it's important to get these in straight so that they're not cockeyed in the hole. And this one's a little bit cockeyed, so I'm gonna, there we go. All right, so I think we got the seal in there. Hope you can see that. So next we're gonna put this through. All right. And there's some stuff we're going to mount on the bottom here, but we're going to come back and do that part after we attach all this, I think. There's an armature that deals with the steering rods and so forth. But we'll come back and do that after we assemble this. So I'm going to move the camera over to the tractor, and we'll see if we can't get this up under there. Well, welcome back. We're going to be installing the steering gear today. It looks a lot like that, and it goes right up in the bottom of the housing where the radiator base is. And as you saw last time, we connected that to the front of the core of the tractor. Interesting thing about this gear is it's really hard to just put up in there flat like this. You have to put it up in at an angle and find a spot where it'll go up inside. And it's very hard to find that spot. That's why all of this may have been easier to do on the bench and then mount this whole piece all together. But let's see if we can get this up in there. There we go. All right. That's up in there. And we sure don't want it to fall out of there. So let's see if it'll stay long enough for me to get this piece up on there. Now notice we have the gasket in there, and again we have to line up a pin. And this is going to go this direction. So the pin is one of these two, this hole right here, I believe. So let's see if we can get this up in there. All right, I think that's it. This will be a miracle if we can get this to get the screw started. Now, yeah, I'm not getting the pin where it needs to be. So what I'm going to do is try this a little differently. It's so heavy, it's just hard to keep it all together. So what I'm going to do is get the floor jack in here and hold the weight of this thing so that I can get the pin lined up. So let me get that. I'll be right back. Alright, I've got this up on the jack with some 4x4s, and I've got to hold this side and jack at the same time. Alright, I had to use both hands to get the back of this thing level so that the pin would engage, and I had to get it straight also. So now that I got it engaged, I think I can tighten this up, and then we're going to have to pull the shaft down to make sure that that gets engaged properly, because there's a armature that has to fit on there. And also I now can't really get my hands on these other bolts, so what I'm going to have to do is run these up rather tight and then get rid of my floor jack so I can put the other bolts in. Alright, so we're going to see how this works. This may be a colossal failure. Alright, roll that out of the way. Alright, so I used the floor jack to jack the thing up and take the weight. I just had to get the gasket in there right and get it level and pointed the right direction for the pin to drop in. Then I just put in all 4 bolts, and I'm going to run those up. I've also spun the shaft in there to make sure that it's free and not locked up on or bound somehow inside there. So it looks like it's in good shape. The next step will be we get the front axle put together, and then it mounts right through here with a big pin through the middle of it right there so that it can cantilever to take care of uneven ground and so forth. So I'm going to run the rest of these bolts up, and then we'll take a look at the front axle and the bearings and seals and different things there. So we'll be back for that shortly.